welcome to another edition of Real Talk 1012. We here with we got Coach Ryan up here today with us, and we also got one of the captains of the Seahawks Splash. Splash episodes. Welcome. Good to have you here this week.
Yeah, Coach.
So, sir, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
This season we were recruiting heavy because we trying to beat the Steelers this
Y'all
season.
sharp. Hey, Splash. You don't sound like it, bro. You don't sound like it.
So good. It's good to have you in here. But just real quick for you guys who are not here, and you guys who are sitting at home looking at this, just quick announcement. Make sure you guys have your waiver in. Make sure you guys know game day verse for this upcoming week. If you have not gotten your player fee taken care of, two ways that you can still be eligible after week 4, and one of them is to either pay $10 or this Saturday we'll be having a community service day where check the app and check Instagram to know when your community service time is, either at 9 o'clock or at 12 o'clock. So if you still don't want to pay $10 and still want to get eligible, make sure you guys arrive at 9 o'clock or at 12 o'clock, and we'll get that all straight. So real quick, fellas, I want to ask this of both of you guys, but I'll start with you, Splash. So this year, what has been different coming into this year than last year, in terms of the league as a whole, but also, you know what I'm saying, in your perspective coming in?
In terms of the league, it's getting more competitive because we're starting new teams. As far as my team in general, we coming harder because last year we actually lost to the Raiders in the first round. We shouldn't have lost.
Yeah. And what would you say this year? And I'm talking more also about character. Mm-hmm. Like if you think about when you first came in the league last year to when you came this year, you feel like you come in character-wise any differently?
The team is going to get stronger as y'all play throughout the weeks and get to know each other more.
Yeah, that's good. So Coach Ryan, real quick, so you out there for week 1. How would you describe, you know what I'm saying, week 1 and things that were positive that you saw going on out there, and to just describe it.
Yeah, I feel like one of the differences between this year and last year, I feel like some of the younger guys starting to step up in the leadership positions, starting to be in charge of recruitment, trying to make sure that the guys know the game day verses, that the guys know that they don't need to talk about it, they just need to be about it on the field. And so that's one of the big differences that I feel like I've been seeing changing from last year into this year. I would say the talent's got a little bit better, or some people have been doing some work in the off season.
Yeah. Shout out to folks that have been in the weight room with us, and those who have been in the weight room in general. So real quick, if you guys had to say week 1, what was most surprising? Whether it's something that happened, in the league, in general, maybe it's a team that surprised you. If you had to say what was a surprise for week 1, what would it be? Both of you guys.
I saw Splash at quarterback. That surprised me. What surprised me even more was that he was good.
The surprise was that the coach came out better than the coach was. They gave Steelers a good game in the fourth quarter instead of giving up. So it was good. And they still got hurt. I was surprised about that.
I don't know why.
So I would say I was surprised with the amount of players that came out, to the amount of I think about our old guys, and I think they just led well. It was so many. We have over half of the people in the league now new guys, but I felt like there was a tone that was set and a brotherhood that was set that folk could just come and fit right in. That it won't, you know what I'm saying? We don't bring drama out here. We just come out here and we play because we love the game, and we come as a community because we believe in one another and we belong to one another. So that was that. I don't even think that was surprising to me. That was just, I knew our young men were capable of that. But shouts out to our returners, because y'all really set the tone for real in terms of what y'all want this league to be, and I'm so proud of you guys. But I too was also surprised at this Colts team that really came out of nowhere. I was surprised at the Ravens squad. There were some key losses that the Ravens had, but they came out and they looked good. They looked really good. And they just handled their self-composure. They couldn't, the coaches, the players, they were very composed. And the last thing I was pretty surprised at this new Seahawks team, who just kind of came out of nowhere and looking like one of the favorites to go far within the playoffs. I know I use the word playoffs and we just got done week 1, but this team is a team that would be hard to beat. And it was just seeing that week 1 was something that was surprising to me. So as we look at this week 2, and we kind of want to go ahead and break down some of the matchups, but I always do this. If you guys were in Splash, hopefully I already know your answer to this, but Coach Ryan, if you would have picked it's real early on the season, week 2, but if you had to bet on a team that you feel like would make it to the Community Bowl and actually win the Community Bowl, at this moment, who would it be? And why?
Man, that's a loaded question, because I'm up here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get up here again, and people are going to listen for the rest of the season, call me out on this. But I'm going to tell you this, I would say that there's a couple teams that I'm looking at. I never sleep on Coach Kenny, what he's doing with his young guys. He's got some young fellas in there that are really developing. And then he's got some senior leadership on the defensive end. I think Daniel Babb, I think he has like 2 or 3 picks already. I would also say the Steelers, it's tough. It's going to be tough for teams to beat the Steelers this year. They got some senior leadership, some good talent on their team. I like the Eagles though. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to say that the Eagles pulled up this year. I think that the Eagles already know from being together so much, they're a tight-knit group. They also know that their greatest weakness is their greatest strength. If they stick together, I don't think anybody can beat them. But if they beat themselves up and they get on each other, then they can lose the games they should win. So I'm going to say my sleeper team for this year is the Eagles. They had some good pickups in the offseason. I feel good about it.
Who is that? The Eagles. So, I mean, if I was to comment on that, I'm going to tell you, I usually go against the Steelers. I usually do. And in the past, after all in all, I beat myself up again, about it. And you know what? It's time for me to actually turn over a new leaf. However, not today. The Steelers will not be the champions of this year's Community Bowl. You see a microphone even say now. I'm gonna have to. I had not seen Ty sweat that hard. And shout out to him and some of the guys on that Steelers team who they had a lot of adversity and they kind of came through it. But you know what? I think this Colts team is gonna remember that loss, and I do not see this Colts team losing another game. Again. So I'm gonna have to go with Colts for this year's Community Bowl champions. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Can I have a question? Who do you got them playing in the Community Bowl?
Oh, that's a good question. Who do I have them playing? 1, 2, 3 seed. So yeah, you know what? I have them playing the Steelers though. I have the Steelers being the runners up. So they, you know what I'm saying? So I have them being the runners up. Like I give them a lot of jump, but I'll give them that. They'll come in second place, and that's about as far as they'll get with me. To tell you the truth. But anyways, so as we look at this week, just thinking about the game day verse, we just played a game about it. I just read it out. I know the Lord will help those they persecute. He will give justice to the poor. So, especially ask you, as you hear that verse, I guess is there any encouragement in that verse for you? Like, what do you think about when you hear it? I know the Lord will help those they persecute. He will give justice to the poor.
When you say that line, he will give justice to the poor. And then people with all the struggle, he'll help them live her.
Yeah. And have you seen that in your life? Just kind of God coming through.
I've been down a couple times. Like my little situation, I just said, like,
Yeah. Shout out to that. Yeah, man. So yeah, and so I want us feel free and you know what I'm saying to kind of chop it up with coaches about that verse. They'll be chopping up with you guys about what that means to you guys as we talk about, the kindness of God and how he just continues to show us that he's for us and not against us. So let's keep that in mind. But moving on to this week's games, we want to kind of quickly give some expert picks and some scores. But let's start with that 9:30 game. 9:30 game. Our first game, we have the Eagles. Coach Ryan's crazy about. The Eagles will be playing this Redskins squad. And so, we saw this Redskins squad. It's a new squad. They have a couple of weapons, a couple of fast, small, fast guys. And I feel like once my vantage point, once they get that quarterback position on lock and figure out who they're going to have back there, they're going to continually get better. But as we look at this 9:30 game, who do you guys have and why?
I like the Eagles. 40 to 12.
40 to 12. 40 to 12. You got the Eagles going.
Yeah, blown out last game. 52 to 12.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I believe their skins are gonna come out and they're gonna be ready to play this week. I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you. I think the score is still gonna go with the Eagles. I do feel like they're gonna be strong, so I'll probably say 28-12.
28-12, cool.
Who you like the
I'm gonna have to go Eagles. So that's a good pick. Redskins will be the underdogs going into this one, and they can shock the Eagles. If they cover some of the Eagles, their weapons early on, and really exploit, their attitude, then they have a chance in this game. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with the Eagles though. And I think it is. I would say it's a closer game than you think though. And so I'll say Eagles win this game 20-12.
I would really say
So if we go into this next game, we got the Colts versus Seahawks, and this week has implications looking like the game of the week for this week. And Splash, I already know kind of who you got, but as we look for this Colts team, you guys don't know if you guys got a chance to look at film yet. But what would you say is going to be something that your team is going to need to focus on in order to beat this red hot Colts team coming off of a tough loss?
We need defense and speed and medium overnight.
Yeah. So I know you guys don't want to give up your whole game plan, but give us a little something on the air.
They don't have practice.
What's your first play?
They're going to know what they got to get comes on.
Okay. All right. Cool. So we got a lot of confidence going into this. Coach Ryan, from what you've seen out of the Colts, how would you call this game? What are your thoughts on it?
It's all gonna depend on who shows up from the Seahawks side. The Seahawks guys get some sleep the night before, show up ready to play. It's gonna be a battle to the end.
Yeah.
These Colts guys are here to play. They're here to win. Should I give my prediction?
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what we're here for.
I'm gonna say 35-28 Colts.
I would say, Splash, I appreciate you being over here with us. I really do. But I would say I was before I was not going back to look at film on that first game against the 49ers. I was not impressed. I wasn't impressed. I think you guys, chemistry-wise, you guys have the talent, but chemistry-wise, need to play together a little bit more, and it's not going to come together by week 2. Colts, on the other hand, I think you guys are pretty evenly matched team, but I would say in terms of working together, Colts are one step ahead of you guys, and so I'm going to have to take the Colts on this one, 42-21.
They go 21, y'all.
So, moving on to that third game, we got the Steelers. And Steelers versus Falcons, all right? And Falcons kind of coming off of a tough loss, also just trying to recover from a lot of folks who graduated and who are done. But as we look at that game, Steelers obviously are the favorite. But who do you guys have in that? What are you guys looking forward to as you kind of analyze that game?
Steelers, 28-16.
28-16. Why?
Too close, bro. Keep going. That's not going to quarterback is 400 pounds off his
Darius don't be doing that quarterback, but his receivers might not come through for him.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
He don't go to
All right. But you, Coach Ryan, you got him.
I feel like it's like two brothers playing against each other, right? Like I think that there's a lot of guys from the Falcons, a lot of guys from the Steelers that like each other. I feel like the Steelers are kind of the big brother, and they're just gonna like give a noogie to their young guys. And I have a lot of respect. That's not to say I don't have. I have a ton of respect for the Falcons guys, Darius, all those guys, Malik, Daytwan. All those guys are gonna come out ready to play. It's gonna be a tougher game. But I'm gonna give it to the Steelers. Score-wise, I gotta say, I'm gonna go 30-21.
Too close.
And so I mean, one of the reports I was just getting was, and Tank may be out with on injured reserve. So which may be a big hit. I'm just getting this news. So that changes the team. And I think there's a level of confidence that he offers. And it was good that he was there last game. I feel like as he got in, they got a little bit more confident last time. So I don't know if he's playing. I don't know if this report is true or not. But I would say if he's a difference maker, that whereas they're winning by 7 versus they're winning by 21. And so going by news that I know, if he's not playing, it's gonna be a closer game than you would think. So I'm gonna say 22-21. Steelers take this one.
What?
Hold on. 22-21.
That is too close.
What do you think, Slash?
I think the Falcons are leadership-wise, they got it down, and they're going to continue to just move forward. So, yep, 22-21. So this last game we have of the day, we have the Ravens versus this new expansion team, the 49ers, who we got to see last week, and who I hear are just continuing to build, their players. So what do we saw that Ravens team last week, and it looked like they were just on fire, and could not be stopped. But as you give a prediction to that game, what do we have? Ravens 54-0. What do y'all game 54-0? Okay, Ravens 54-0 against the 49ers. All right. What do you think, Coach Ryan?
I think the Ravens are a good team. Also, I think that the Ravens are susceptible to lulls. So after a big win, I feel like sometimes they come back a little bit sleepy. I think Coach Malik, Coach Ernie, they're going to have their guys rearing up and ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the other way, to be honest. I'm going to say 28-14 on the 49.
And 49. Coach Ryan goes against the Ravens. I'm not even that bold. And I love the 49ers. I love what they're doing. I love what the young guys are coming out there with great attitude and giving it all. But I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens, and I would say it's gonna be a score 35-14 for that game. But all in all, we'll see this week. Really looking forward to this week, guys. Out here getting after it. I heard a couple of teams are adding some new additions. So we'll see that. Make sure you guys have your waivers open. You guys are watching this, and come out and do the service opportunity. And let's continue to just put on for this city and for God and for all that God wants to come out for our lives. So thank you guys for tuning in. Slash, thanks for joining us today. Coach Ryan and Coach Kenny, you're slacking, but hopefully you guys will be back on next time. So thank you for another edition of Real Talk.